Batman Forever is directed by Joel Schumacher. It is distributed by Warner Brothers, and it stars Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, Nicole Kidman, and Chris O'Donnell. This film is the third in the Batman series, which I'm doing reviews on, which I'll get to Batman and Robin later. But anyways, this film is very lighter tone. Michael Keaton didn't want to come back. He said, no, if Tim Burton's not doing the movie, I don't want to do the movie. By the way, me and Jack are here at our new hostel. It's the Three Little Pigs. Say hi, Jack, for the fans here.
Hello.
Yes, now go away. This film is, of course, a PG-13 rating, so of course it's still lighter. It's lighter than Batman Returns and Batman. And this film, I don't know. This film is like iffy to me. I mean, this film makes me feel like it's not even Batman. I never really saw Val Kilmer as Batman. Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, it was a good casting choice, but the makeup and everything was so wrong. Like, you can't have a purple acid face, because you saw in Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight, that was acid face. But Jim Carrey, over-the-top performance. I didn't really like him in this film. I think he was cool being the Riddler, and I think he fit the part really well, but it was more of, he went over the top with his comedy, and it was basically a Jim Carrey, and I don't want that out of Jim Carrey. Nicole Kidman, she basically had like a boner throughout the whole entire movie. She wanted Batman really for sex, and it was a weird relationship. I'm surprised Tom Cruise allowed Nicole to do this movie compared to Tom Cruise allowing Katie Holmes to do The Dark Knight. Sorry, Tom. So O'Donnell's Robin, I had no problem with. I think that was actually some good casting choices. I saw him in Scent of a Woman, and I really enjoyed him. He was very good when it came to being a lighter Robin. But Val Kilmer, it was a good casting choice. I liked him in Tombstone. I really haven't seen Val Kilmer in anything else except for Batman Forever and Tombstone. But he was a good choice for Batman. He had the chin, and in some scenes he actually did look like Michael Keaton. So I had no problem with that. The special effects in this film are really good. I have no problems with the special effects. The Elliot Goldman, because they got a new soundtrack, they didn't want to use Danny Elfman's tones because it was Burton's world, and they wanted to keep going in Burton's world but change it up a little bit and get lighter. So the soundtrack is decent. I have no problem with it. Listening to it alone makes you feel like it's in a heroic movie, and it looks pretty good. But in some of the scenes, it gets weird after a while. The whole sets of Gotham and how they made basically Gotham very mythical. It didn't work out because you saw a lot of statues of these things holding buildings up, and I'm just like, what's going on? You know, it doesn't look like the Gotham that Burton created. It was like a different world, even though with the same actors. It kind of ticked me off a little bit, especially that they kept the same Alfred, they kept the same Commissioner Gordon, so it was still in Burton's world. But the thing is, it just didn't really work out, and the sets were out of there. Schumacher shouldn't have been director. They should have gotten a better director. The only thing that I liked that Joel Schumacher directed, and these were two movies, was A Time to Kill with Kevin Spacey and Matthew McConaughey, with the lawyer battle between Carl Lee Haley, which I thought was a really good movie, and then The Lost Boys. Other than that, Schumacher has directed nothing. And I know that Schumacher was definitely a guy that Warner Brothers wanted, considering he got him a lot of money for Lost Boys, and they got him a lot of money for A Time to Kill. So it looked good from a executive studio standpoint. But this movie is okay. Too much sound effects, too much over-the-top comedy. It was a campy. It was more campier than Batman Returns and Batman, of course. I mean, it didn't fit. Jim Carrey shouldn't have been in this film. Nicole Kidman, it was a good cast choice, but she should have never been in this film because the script lets him down. The script was terrible. I mean, the plot of it was about Nigma Tech and how Edward Nigma, who's the Riddler, wants to steal knowledge from people, from the brain, from watching TV, which I thought was stupid. And then the whole thing with Two-Face. I mean, when Two-Face flips his coin once, then he decides. In one scene, he flips his coin 3 times just to get the right side to do what he wants to do, and that's kill Bruce Wayne. You can't do that. You really can't. And then the final scene kind of lets you down because Batman's suits get all destroyed because the Riddler got in the Batcave and destroyed all the crap. So he has one suit left he's got to use. Robin gets a suit, and then the Batmobile is destroyed, so they can't drive that. So they drive the Batwing, and they drive the boat. And right when they get to Nigma Tech Island, they both get destroyed. It was terrible. And then Batman gets in the lair, Robin's outside fighting Two-Face, and you can barely see Robin in the green smoke and everything with his costume, because his costume is mostly green and red. And you just can't see it with the lighting that they wanted to do in that scene, which I thought was stupid, because I wanted to see the new Robin suit before Batman and Robin. But anyways, it's a whatever film. They got a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. It made a lot of money. It was a summer blockbuster hit. It just was a mediocre film to me. I mean, there were some good action scenes. I think the whole thing with Nicole Kidman being in love with Batman was kind of stupid, and the Bruce Wayne coming into play with that, it was stupid. Chris O'Donnell was a perfect casting choice. I have no problem with him in this film. Val Kilmer, you know, I would have liked to see him in another Batman film just to prove himself like Keaton did. You thought Michael Keaton was Batman in '89, but you knew in '92 that he was Batman. But I will say this, Val Kilmer's Bruce Wayne is definitely better than Keaton's Bruce Wayne. Keaton was a more laid back as Bruce Wayne, be like, yeah, do whatever you want kind of thing, while Val Kilmer was like, I have a business to run. I'm doing what I need to do. I want full benefits for this guy who got, killed, or, he was a very good Bruce Wayne. He wasn't like the party guy like what Keaton was. And I always thought out of the 4 movies that Val Kilmer did the best job as Bruce Wayne, because Clooney, I don't even want to talk about George Clooney, and then Keaton's Bruce Wayne was laid back. So Val Kilmer was closest to Bruce Wayne, while Keaton was Batman. So it was kind of, luckily when they did Superman, Chris Reeve knew how to be Clark Kent and also knew how to be Superman. And that's how that movie got so good. But anyways, I'm going to give Batman Forever let's say a 5 out of 10. If I got to give it a grade, I'd give it a C-, because, the story plot was stupid, in my opinion, with the whole Nigma Tech thing. Nicole Kidman's love story never really worked out. Chris O'Donnell was good in the film. Val Kilmer was decent as Batman. Tommy Lee Jones should have not been in this movie. He was even questioning himself during production if he should have been in this movie. And his son says, oh yeah, be in a Batman film. So he was in a Batman film, and the script let him down. I mean, Two-Face is very ruthless. And then this one, you always see him laughing or going over the top saying, for you, or something like that. It's stupid. And I like that Drew Barrymore was in this film. She made a cameo appearance being one of Two-Face's women. And the person who plays Shauna in Entourage, I thought that was pretty cool. Drew Barrymore, very, very cute actress. But anyways, please keep subscribing to my movies. I'm doing Batman and Robin next.
We'll be doing that in Munich.
Yeah, we will probably be doing that review in Munich. So please
maybe Austria.
Maybe Austria. Please keep subscribing and viewing my videos. That's all I want. Just get my message out there when it comes to movies. But after this series, I'm probably going to move out of the superhero business and start just doing regular movie reviews. So actually, we're going to go see Transformers: The Last Knight tonight. So
What is it? The premiere.
we have the premiere of it tonight. So yeah, it should be good. So thank you for watching, and McGinty's out.